Incoming transmission.
Picture this. A recording studio somewhere far, far away.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion. It's the 23rd of August, and I'm looking at RoboCop versus the Terminator on the Mega Drive. Sorry about the delay in getting this review out to you guys. It's been a busy week, but I have been determined to get you at least one review out this week, so here it is. And I have played this before, but not extensively. A bit of a funny story, really. It's kind of really inappropriate in a way. One of my jobs I used to do a long time ago was after school care for young children. Now, we had a Mega Drive in the club, which was donated by whoever, and there were a batch of games for it, and this was one of them. Now, you can probably imagine that a bunch of, we're talking 5 and 10-year-olds here, probably not the best game for them to have been playing, really, is it? But never mind. So let's have a look at RoboCop versus the Terminator. This, I believe to be, in my own personal opinion, is one of the best versions of this game. It's a hell of a lot more gory than the other versions. Anyway, I mean, the SNES version was disappointing. This, however, is tons of fun, but we'll cover that in a bit. Right, so graphically, look at RoboCop. Doesn't he look the business? I mean, I'm really, you know my opinion on the Mega Drive and the Master System, but this is a really nice looking game. They've done a very good job on Robo himself, and obviously, you want your main character to look as close to the original as possible. So they've done a really good job with that. I'm really pleased to see Robo in all his metallic glory. Now that you get, when you kill your enemies, you can see that they kind of explode in this big blodge of blood. Yes, blodge. I'm making that a new word, so yeah, deal with it. So there you go. Anyway, you get missions, as you can see. And you can change your weapons. We'll go through the controls in a moment, but you can see there the levels are quite nice and gritty. It gives you an idea that we are not in a very friendly neighbourhood. Very dystopian future here. So that's very cool. I like that a lot. Look how by the way, you can control those bullets. It's brilliant. Basically, once you fire when you're controlling Robo, you can also control those as well, which is great fun. You can see the weapon drops as well. So they got, I guess that's supposed to be like a flamethrower, but you can pick up any 2 weapons any time, which is quite cool. But of course, if you change your weapon for another one, then you can't switch back. So make sure you only pick up the ones that you want or the ones that you need, because some are better than others and some are basically the same. But this is one of my favourite guns so far, just for the fact that it's just so much damn fun. Control system's fairly simple as well, which is nice. You've got your up, down, left, right, obviously, which you'll aim up and down. You've got fire and you've got jump, and that's pretty much it. Oh, apart from your weapon swap button as well, which is nice. Enemy design is quite nice. You do get a lot of repetition, but at the same time, it's a shoot 'em up and it's very arcadey, and I like that. And we all know with arcade games that they are very samey. This gun is so much fun. So sound-wise, it's really good as well. You got a really nice sort of soundtrack going on. There's always the cannon fire as well from Robo himself, which is nice, and it's just a very, very polished game. It's very good fun. Let's look at the UI very quickly. So up in the top left, you can see your life force. You've got also next to that, you've got how many lives you've got left. In this case, I've got 8. There's your score next to that, and then in the top right hand corner you have what weapons you've got available. At the moment I have 2 grenade launchers, which is what I'm using at the moment. I love the scrolling smooth as well. The background and stuff like that is nicely done, because they could have been lazy and just left that black, but it's nice to see some detail of the city, which is always a good thing. And yeah, it's just great fun. If you like RoboCop, then you're gonna like this one. It's probably one of the better RoboCop games, and I don't think this could have been ported over to the Amiga or anything like that. But this is just a lot of fun, ladies and gents, and just the fact that the enemies kind of literally come apart at the seams. Now, in this stage, you've got to rescue hostages. Each stage has a different quota to fill, so to speak. And the one on this one is literally to rescue hostages and then get to the end, which is pretty standard protocol for these kind of games. But it's very arcadey, and I really like that because it just oozes fun. I say not all arcades are like that, but you know, there you go. I've got flamethrower now. But it's just, yeah, it's a joy to play, ladies and gents. If you haven't played this game, I suggest you do, because I think you'll find it a lot of fun. Same as me. It's always nice to come up to a game that you actually want to play. In fact, I'll probably continue playing this once I've finished with this review, because it's good fun. I've got a shotgun now, but I don't know. Is it a shotgun? It looks like a shotgun, but it's firing rockets? I'm not sure. But look at that. That guy just came apart. You've got a lot of playability here, and the replay factor is strong, which is nice. It's not overly difficult. There's a lot of that. Oh, there's a Terminator, first one we've seen. There's a lot of options to go through. Difficulty-wise, there's several difficulty options. Oh, his eyes flickered red. He's coming back to life. There we go. Oh, this is really cool. I like that. Multiple stage enemy. Nice. So, yes. If you find it too easy, you can pump the difficulty settings up. So do that if you want to. If you find this game easy on the normal settings. You've got also the age range, which I would probably put in the region of 15 to 18. I don't really think you really want to be playing this any younger than that, due to the fact that it's got all the blood and gore in it. I don't know. It's up to you. I personally wouldn't let my kids play this, but then, you know, each to your own. I mean, I suppose it's no Mortal Kombat, but at the same time, you know, you are looking at people being blown in pieces. So yeah, just be aware of that. But yeah, great game. Great fun, and it's RoboCop. You can't go wrong. Well, you can, but some people do go wrong. Look at him climb those chains like a boss. So yeah, there we go. And it's obviously a side-scrolling platformer, shoot 'em up, and yeah, it's just a fantastically fun game. I know I keep saying it, but it is. So there. There's not much in the frustration level, I suppose. Maybe the fact that some of the jumps might be a little bit more pinpointed than others, but other than that, that's a really, really minor gripe. But it's not enough to give this a really naff score or anything. In fact, you can pretty much tell what the score's going to be. It's not a 10 out of 10 because it is flawed, but it's bloody close. So they've done a really good job of bringing the Terminator franchise into the RoboCop. I just wish there was more Terminators to kill, because there's not really. We've seen one, unless these guys are all supposed to be Terminators, but I don't think they are, because they're kind of coming apart in flesh and blood. So I don't actually know whether or not there's more Terminators on higher difficulty settings. Hey, maybe you guys can help me out. Have you played this? Do you know what the different difficulty settings give you? Because we've seen one Terminator so far. So unless there's an absolute ton of levels on this, I'm not sure you're going to see many more. But I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if you know the answer to that question. But yeah, it's great. Did you enjoy RoboCop versus Terminator? Did you finish it? Did you have to fight a massive Terminator end? I know Ed 209 is in this. I know that because I've played that far. But I don't think we're going to show that in this review, unfortunately. But if I ever do a playthrough, then I will include it. Anyway, guys, thank you ever so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. And I will try and get my reviews back on track. Obviously, with the summer holidays as well, it is harder to stick to my schedule. But I will try and rectify that. You keep it retro, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now!